Hello and welcome to the Mordian Mondays. This is episode 79. Now, to those people who are watching this video on the day of its release, I want to apologise. I know this video is going up a little late, but I have good reasons. Please, Commissar, don't execute me. You see, I have spent a significant amount of time today doing some battle reports. That's right, got 2 battle reports in the bag now. 17th of the 5th is when the UK COVID restrictions lifted a little bit, able to have a couple of people in the old house, and I've been able to get 2 battle reports done. One for this week and one for next week. First one of the channel, Steel Legion. Not seen them in a long time, not talked about them in a long time. Steel Legion versus Chaos Knights. Absolutely fantastic debut battle report for the Battle Bunker. And the second one is going to be mixed Mordian Iron Guard with a bit of tank, a bit of infantry and a bit of bulgari and stuff like that, going up against Adeptus Mechanicus. So we've got 2 battle reports in the bag and been busy filming as much as possible today. Want to hit that ground running. We've been talking about hitting the ground running. The moment that we were allowed to do battle reports, I've got 2 done. So absolutely fantastic, really buzzing. And you can see I probably sort of amped up. Yeah, it's been just really, really good. 2 fantastic games in the bag. One absolute bloodbath and one very absolute bloodbath and a very tactical game. So hopefully 2 things for people to look forward to. Probably going to do the Chaos Knight one first. That's with Scholar Progenium. That's my brother. He's got his own YouTube channel. Go and check it out. It's just like where the Militarum Tempestus goes. Scholar Progenium, type it on YouTube. You'll find his channel. He's got about 1,000 subs. Let's get his sub count up nice and high. And the other one is going to be next week, and that is against Sam, who's going to be hopefully a special guest on the channel as often as I can get him on, whose nickname is going to be Sixer, because he rolls a lot of 6s, and you will see that in his battle report as well. So loads of exciting things coming. So in terms of what's going to be coming over the next few weeks, we're going to be having Voxcasts, we're going to be having battle reports, after action reports, all sorts of crazy stuff going on. In fact, I've even managed to, I've got a couple of battle reports scheduled with Johnny for his channel, and one of them is where I am going to be using the Drukhari, and he is going to be using his Blood Angels, and we are going to be doing a competitive test of Blood Angels versus Dark Elder. And so we've got that all planned up. That's going to be going out this week as well. Absolutely fantastic. So what I've been working, that's everything that's coming up. What I've been working on painting wise, well, it's going to be a quick update this week, guys. I have been working on some sergeants. So last week, and the last couple of weeks, I was working on some riflemen, and I had about 15 riflemen completed for 4th platoon, and I've now got the remaining 4 sergeants done for 4th platoon. You see, I'm taking a little bit different approach to 4th platoon. I started off painting 1 squad at a time, but then I was like, you know what, let's just do all the riflemen. And I was like, you know what, that's a great idea. Let's do all the sergeants. So I did want to get a little bit more done this week. I actually wanted to get a couple of Voxcaster guys done as well, but unfortunately, time constraints and whatnot, was only able to get the 4 sergeants. And also there's a lot more detail that goes into these sergeants because of the hazard stripes and the other little bits that I've done to make them a bit more unique. So you can see that the one on the far left and the one on the far right, they have actually got las pistols and shoulder pads from the Chimera kit, and the one on the left has got a head from the Chimera kit, and the one on the far right has got a Anvil Industries head. So I just thought, you know what, I've got loads of generic las pistol from the infantry box sergeants. Let's mix it up a little bit and use a couple of the las pistols from the Chimera kit. Now it does look a little goofy. You know, the pose is very, well, the pose is very retro. It's very much a 90s metal guard pose with that pistol. So the pose is a little retro. But I think it just adds a bit of variety, and that's the whole point, trying to keep the sergeants unique, so it adds a little bit of variety. Now the one that's working our way from the left, the one that's second in, he's actually got an Anvil Industries head, but he's also got an Anvil Industries chest, and this is the parade ground crossbelt chest. I absolutely love this sergeant. I think he looks epic, and I actually want to use him as some kind of veteran sergeant or some sort of platoon commander possibly, not quite sure yet, because he's just got a couple of sashes, and I like to think that he earned those sashes by being an absolute bad man. So really, and he's also got an augmentic eye, so he's obviously been wounded. You know, this guy, he's a beast. He's got a couple of gold wings on his lapels. Yeah, this guy, he's not on his collar. I mean, he's not mucking about. So really, you know, I will probably use him as a generic sergeant, but probably put him in a veteran squad at some point, or maybe some sort of platoon commander, maybe like a 500-point game or something. I just think he looks like an absolute beast. And last but not least, we've got the one that's third in from the left or second in from the right, and he's made with a few different interesting parts. He has got a generic chainsword, and he's got a grenade from the infantry squad kit, but he then has a head from the Chimera kit with that that sort of padded hat, and he also has a pistol, and I put the pistol on his hip in a holster, so that's a little bit different as well. One of my friends has been getting into sisters a lot, and he actually gave me a couple of spare sisters bits, so hoping to use some more sort of pistols on hips and stuff from that kit, because they work really well on, they look like las pistol holsters, whereas when I've tried using marine ones in the past, they can look a bit like bolt pistol holsters, so I find it's a little bit narrower and it's a little bit more appropriate for those smaller guard models, so absolutely fantastic. Yeah, they've all got different bits of grenades and whatnot. Crossbelt guy's got a little Scion equipment on him, little Scion med pack, and the other ones have got, you know, knives and grenades from various kits as well. So as always, you know, using loads of different parts. We've got parts from the Chimera kit, Anvil Industries, Scion kits, this is a battle kit, just loads and loads of different, and the basic infantry kit, of course. So it just goes to show that just with 4 sergeants, it's just 4 unique models. And I've still, after literally hundreds of guard Cadian conversions to Mordians, I'm still able to get them all very unique looking. So that's just how flexible and awesome the current guard kit is. I know I've talked about this before. I know some people wish we could get new guard models. I would be up for new guard models if I knew they would be modular, if they could be as flexible as this kit. I mean, look, every single one of those models is different. If we were looking at maybe a new guard kit, like a new Primaris kit, every single one of those sergeants would be looking the same or very similar, you know. Or you would be able to see how the obvious conversion, you know, like the hands or the leg poses would all, the leg pose and body pose will all be the same. I'd just be converting like different pistols and shit into the hands. So look, I don't want that. I want modular kits. That's what I want. I think they're way, way better. Anyway, that's everything. Now, what have we got coming up? Some other bits. I said, we've talked about battle ports and whatnot. Also, I've got some fantastic new objective markers and little tokens and stuff, which have been provided to me by Grot Skull Workshop, and I'll be doing a full review of those. I've used them today in one of the battle reports, and I'll be doing a full, and I want only one of the 2, just stupidness on my part. I only used them on one of the 2. I should have used them in both, but going forward I'm going to be using these objective markers and these little tokens and stuff. Very helpful, very handy. Full review of those coming. There'll be some freebies available to some that will be given out to some random Patreon supporters. I've got 10 sets of objective markers that I'm going to be giving out to random Patreon supporters, and then we've also got to show off some of the other tokens and everything. They're really, really cool, so they'll be doing a full review on that. Painting wise, a couple of Oxcasters need to be done, as well as 6 heavy bolter teams. So I probably won't get that all done in a week, because I'm going to be smashing out battle reports. We've been having our fun with the hobby side of the game. Going to be continuing to doing some hobbying on the channel, but now that we can get battle reports in, I'm going to get as many in as possible. There is a risk, real world talk for a second here guys, there is a risk that the UK will be going into lockdown again, proper lockdown. At the very least, we may not be seeing much more easing of restrictions, because we are seeing the Indian variant of COVID in the UK. Now, that could, when we had the Kent version, our sort of homegrown variety of the variation of the COVID virus, you know, when we had that, the country went down. We were easing. That came along, and we went into full lockdown. We may see something similar with the Indian variant, which would be a shame from a channel point of view, but of course necessary from a health and safety point of view. So we'll see. Plan is, whilst we can, in full, working fully within the rules, we will get as many battle reports done as possible. If it does go into lockdown, you know, we'll obviously, you know, do some hobbying and some theory crafting and whatnot. But the plan is, hopefully, lots of battle reports, lots of tournaments. We are about a month away from my first tournament that I'm going to be gearing up for. It's going to be a 1-day, 3 games. It's going to be in Nottingham. It's going to be really, really good. Going down there with a friend who's going to be going to his first tournament, and hopefully someone who will be featuring on the channel in a battle report very soon as well. That's Wargamer Alex. So let's see if we can maybe get him on for some 40k and maybe even for some bolt action. because me and him got into action at the same time. We very much were egging each other on. So yeah, that's to look forward to as well. I'm very rusty on bot action, but hopefully we'll get some games in. So that is everything. Very high energy video. I'm super excited. I'm absolutely jacked. I'm jacked to the tits because I am just so happy to be rolling those dice again. It's been great. You know, Garden Hammer's been alright, but it's not been the same. Getting games in the Battle Bunker has been fantastic. 2 games in the Battle Bunker. Got a couple of games scheduled over at Johnny's as well. And yeah, there we go. So that's everything. I'm going to stop the rambling. I know some of you like the rambling. I'm going to stop the rambling. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I know one thing I want to address is I know some people may be a little disappointed that the Mordian, the pure Mordians haven't faced the Tau in the first battle report. The problem is, guys, that the pure Mordians, despite the fact that I've paid a lot of them, I still have a few little bits that I want to do, and that I want to try and get them a little bit more efficient because there's a lot of fluff upgrades in there at the moment. And also, Johnny's a little hesitant to use his Tau because he hasn't finished his great Tau restoration project yet. He's lost a little bit of steam around that. So we might have to work something out there. But look, pure Mordians are going to be coming. It's a bit difficult to film pure Mordians midweek because everyone's got work and everything. But let's see what we can get. Let's see what we can get done. Mordians will be coming. 2,000 points, pure infantry, no Ogryns, no nothing. Let's see what we can do with them. Got to obviously schedule that at some point during the weekend. But don't worry. The key message here, guys, is battle reports are cranking out. We're cranking up and they're coming out. We're going to have every army is going to be featured: Black Templars, Genestealer Cult, Mordians, Steel Legion, Krieg, the Orcs. I'm working my ass off trying to get more Orcs built, ready to be painted, ready to get at least, even if it's a terrible list, some sort of 2,000 point army with the Orcs out. Gazgul's going to be there. Boys are going to be there. It's going to be fantastic. So everything's ramping up. Everything is ramping up. I'm literally, the missus doesn't leave me soon. She will do because I'm putting all the spare time is going into that. It's like that meme with the guy looking at the laptop and his wife looking at his computer, his wife looking in from the doorway. It's a bit like that at the moment. Hopefully she's been very understanding at the moment, just because obviously she knows I've not been able to get any Warhammer in. But yeah, gonna have to pay some boyfriend points or fiance points sooner or later. Anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of the models. Let me know what you want to see coming up on the channel. Battle reports. Who do you want facing off against each other? Thanks for watching. And of course, I'll see you guys next time.